You were sitting on the toilet seat, burying your face in your hands. Your body was trembling and you were crying silently. There was a pregnancy test laying on the floor. It can't be true. What am I going to do now? You said between your sobs. You wiped your tears and grabbed your phone. You dialed your best friend Tara's number and was waiting for her to pick up. You know you were not ready to tell her, but still, she's your best friend from the orphanage and both of you know each other's deepest secrets. You knew that only she could listen to you without judgment and might help you. Your tears weren't stopping as you were already nervous and was biting your nails. Your heart dropped when she finally answered from the other side. What happened, girl? You pressed your lips together not to let out any sob and swallow the lump in your throat. Ryan, why aren't you saying anything? You somehow managed to answer. Can we meet? You're not kidding, right? She said with wide eyes, but when she saw your face hanging low and tears were dropping from your eyes, she messed her hair. Oh God, how does this even happen? Are you dating someone? I think it happened the day we all went to that club. I was drunk and I was with a guy. She leaned forward on the table. What do you mean? You don't know who it was? You cried while she bit her lower lip. Do you remember who the guy was? You shook your head. I don't. When I woke up in the morning, he was not there. I was so scared and that's why I didn't tell anyone about it. Tara, what would I do now? You know, if my uncle and aunt will come to know about it, they will get an excuse to exile me from all the things my parents have left. She was tapping her fingers on the table while thinking something. We need to find that guy and tell him. How will we find him? And even if we do, what would we tell him? He didn't force me. I went with him. Plus, we were in club. Things like that happen and no one take it seriously. So what would you do, huh? We'll keep this child, which we don't even know who it belongs to. Ryan, let's try at least. We'll figure it out later. Let's go to that same club. Maybe he comes there often. You shook your head. I don't want to go there. She inhaled annoyingly. Fine, tell me how does he look. I'm gonna find him. Wait, I have something. She frowned. What? You took out a ring from your bag and showed it to her. When I woke up, I found this ring in between my clothes. Maybe it belongs to him. She took it and narrowed her eyes. This ring looks different from normal ones. She pressed her hands into a fist and looked at you. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I am with you. I promise you I will find that guy. It's been a week and we still didn't find out where the hell you dropped that ring. You knew that there was a tracker in it and all the information of those secret weapons dealing was recorded in it. Jungkook, don't you really remember where have you been after returning from mission? Maybe we can again go and find it on those exact places. Jungkook was trying so hard to remember as his face was all still without an expression. I stopped by a not so popular club. Maybe we can find it there. I'll go and try to check. You sure there's no other place, right? He nodded, but there was something he was trying to think so hard about. Is there something you're worried about? He noticed Jungkook's face while Jin's attention also went to him. Is anything bothering? Jungkook looked at them. Nothing. He got up and was about to walk, but Taeyang again spoke. Where are you going? Now. Yoon Gi-hoon's cabin. Good night. He walked away. Tara came in the same club and she was trying to find the guy based on the features you have mentioned, although you couldn't able to tell more because you were in drunken state, but still he was too addicted that you managed to notice his beauty. She was trying her best, but no one seemed to be like that guy she came to find. She sat on one of the chairs tired and gulped few drinks. I will not go back to Ryan till I find him, she said, gulping in another shot. She proceeded to take another glass, but someone came and took it before her, gulping in a one go. She narrowed her eyes and saw the guy who was now looking at her. Pretty woman like you should not drink too much. And who do you think you are to tell me how much should I drink or not? He chuckled. Jimin's eyes squinted when he saw the ring in her finger. He again looked at her. Where did you get this ring? Oh, this, she said, bending her elbow and chuckled. Where did you get this? Guy made my best friend pregnant and left. This belongs to him and I came here to find him. He joined his brows. Your friend? She nodded. Yes, her life is already a hell and now she has a child in her womb and she didn't even know whom he belongs to. Jimin was listening to her silently. He could feel the pain in her voice. Did you find out who the guy is? She shook her head. Not yet, but I've promised her that I'll find him. We both know that he'll never gonna accept this. You know how guys are. They just do their work and left. All the problems are faced by women. What if he denied to accept it? She looked at him with a gaze that made his heart skip a beat. We'll figure it out. She leaned her head on the counter and closed her eyes. Jimin walked inside and sat on the couch beside Jungkook. He looked at him in a way that Jungkook couldn't help but to ask why he's looking like that. Do you need something? Jimin didn't respond. What? Did you perhaps have had a nightstand with any girl that night? Jungkook's fingers stopped on the phone screen as his expressions changed into nothing but curiosity, as if he was wanting to hear this. You ask Yoongi to check CCTV footage from that club. Are you perhaps finding that girl? How do you know about that girl? Jimin made himself comfortable on the couch and looked up. She's pregnant, you know. Jungkook's expression didn't change as he waited for Jimin to finish. You made her life more complicated than it was. Jungkook seemed tense. Did you met her? He shook his head. I met her friend who came there to search you. Maybe they are trying to reach the guy who made her pregnant. What will you do now? Jungkook looked towards the window. She's an orphan, you know. He looked at Jungkook but got no response. Please, Tara, don't insist. I don't want to go there. Are you crazy, Ryan? Will you give up that easily? It would be a little easy if you come with me. Maybe tonight we'll able to find him. You looked at her with teary eyes. It's better to not find him rather than getting heartbroken. We don't even know each other. Even if I was in the place of that guy, I might have also not accepted this. It was all my fault that I didn't able to control myself. One last time, just to get this burden out of our heads. In the end, we will find some way. Please. I'm sorry, Tara, you have to suffer because of me. She hugged you tightly and shook her head. You are like my sister. I can do anything to make you happy. You sure she will come? Jimin nodded. Yes, she told me that she will come until she find out that guy who made her friend pregnant. She will take you to that girl. Jungkook looked down while Jimin didn't understood why he's so sad about hearing you and why he was searching for you. Jungkook, can I ask you what happened? You look different since you came back from the mission. Is there something else or that girl? I was not even drunk that day. Jimin joined his brows. What do you mean? It wasn't a mistake? He nodded. When she approached me, I don't know what happened to me. I felt like that strange connection, and after I realized what I have done, I left from there without thinking about what would happen. She was virgin. I don't know why I've decided to do that. Will you accept her if we find out her? Jungkook swallowed and looked at him. You can't let her suffer alone, right? It was already late and it's been over 5 hours since they were waiting, but there was no sign of Tara and you. Jungkook gulped the last drink and got up. I don't think that girl will come. Let's go. Jimin sighed and got up too as he also felt same. I don't think we'll find that guy, and it happened just because of you. I still don't wanna go inside. Shut up. She extended her hand to hold your arm, but suddenly you tripped back and was about to fall down from stairs when two pairs of strong arms catched you while you tightly squeezed your eyes. You slowly opened your eyes as your heart dropped to see the same guy you slept with. You okay, Ryan? She stopped when she noticed Jimin. He passed her a cute smile. Then she followed your gaze as you and Jungkook were looking at each other. He made you stand as you gulped while she came near you. You alright? You nodded. You again going in to find that guy? He asked, looking at Tara while she nodded. I don't think there's any need for that. He looked at you and Jungkook while she already understood the whole matter. If I ask you to come with me, will you go? You looked at him surprised, and same goes to Tara. Do you already know? He didn't say anything and his eyes were only fixed on you. Why are you asking me this? Because you're pregnant with my child, right? I can't leave you like this. I need to protect my whole world. Jimin smiled slightly and Tara looked at him because she was confused, but Jimin signed him to relax as he will explain everything to her. You'll live with me from now on, in my house. It was a little weird to you because you didn't expected him to accept it so easily. In fact, he didn't ask anything. You looked at Tara as she gave you a weak smile and nodded. Is there something you want? You asked him as he nodded, making you more confused than you already were. Yes, I want to marry you. You were sitting on the dining table drinking coffee while lost in your thoughts. You still didn't know that decision of coming with Jungkook was right or not, but you didn't have any choice. He was not ready to leave you. Jin was going towards the kitchen while yawning as he just woke up and going to drink water, but he froze on his place when he saw you sitting on the chair. He blinked his eyes multiple times and rubbed them as he thought he's seeing a girl in their house. Who are you? Your heart dropped as you heard this. You looked around because you thought that this is only Jungkook's house and this voice definitely does not belong to him. You see a guy looking at you with wide eyes as he walked near you while you gulped. Did Jimin again bought a girl in this house? Watch what you are saying, Hyung. She's my girl. You looked at his direction as Jungkook came in the living room holding a pan as he smiled at you and served you the pancake he made for you. Am I still dreaming? Since when you started taking interest in women? Jungkook ignored him and smiled at you. Do you like the coffee? You nodded nervously. Can I ask you what is happening in this house? Everyone is keeping secrets lately. Now it's not a secret, you see. You already know. He again walked inside the kitchen while Jin came near you and sat on the chair opposite to you. Is he saying the truth, miss? He paused. It's Ryan. He nodded. Don't mind me, Vayanshi. It's unusual for Jungkook to take a girl home. That's why I asked. By the way, I'm Kim Seokjin. Nice to meet you. You smiled and accepted his hand. It's nice to meet you, Jin Oppa. Oppa? His cheeks turned red. Is it okay if I call you that? He nodded while smiling. Soon others joined one by one and their reactions were same as Jin. Taeyang's heart skipped a beat when he looked at you. You were nervous, but they all seemed friendly and introduced themselves one by one as Jin explained them everything he knows. Well, you don't need to feel nervous around us, Vayanshi. Consider us as your older brothers. You smiled. Except me. We can be friends, right? They all narrowed their eyes. You felt so good as it feels like a family. Never ever you feel this much comfortable around people. Let's be friends, Swayan. He extended his hand and you were about to accept, but at the meantime Jungkook came and intertwined your hands with his as you looked at him confused. There's no need of handshake, he said looking at Taeyang with cold face. Possessive Jungkook mode on. Man changed in a blink of an eye after getting a girlfriend. They all laughed while Jungkook took a seat beside you. But When did you take her? I mean, I remember I wasn't here when I went to sleep. Jungkook cut his pancake. No need to know about it. I just want you to keep this in mind that she's my girlfriend and we are getting married soon. Their jaws dropped, along with yours. You thought he was joking last night, but no, he was serious. Are you drunk? He quickly shut his mouth when Jungkook glared at him. Since when you guys are in a relationship? Not so long, but still I want to get married before someone else eye on my girl. Tiang rolled his eyes while your cheeks again turned pink. This is too much. Well, good also, he said, smiling at you. By the way, where's Jimin? I haven't seen him since yesterday. They all shrugged their shoulders. So you live here? Tara walked inside and nodded. I know it's a small place, but this is all I can afford, she said, laughing awkwardly while Jimin chuckled at her cuteness. Thank you so much for your help. I don't know how to pay your kindness back. I was so confused how I'm going to do all that, but you just came as a savior. I'm so happy for Ryan. He tried to control his smile. Friends like you are rare to find. I'm glad I met you. She smiled and looked down shyly. Can I get a glass of water? Of course, I'm sorry I forgot to ask. No problem. He smiled and sat on the bed. He then looked around and a smile appeared on his face, seeing everything organized perfectly. His eyes landed on a wall of pictures where there's a lot of frames hanging and mostly it was Vi and Tara. He got up and walked near them. Here's your water. Do you want to drink coffee also? Jimin smiled and took the glass from her hands. We can go out for coffee if you want. Her cheeks started to burn as he don't know, even hesitate before flirting. Your heart skipped a beat when Jungkook pulled a blanket over your shoulder, as you both were sitting on the couch under the same blanket watching a movie on TV. No one was home as they all went somewhere, but you didn't know where. Jungkook behaved like you both were in a relationship from long time, as he takes care of you all the time and you feel so lucky to find a guy like him. But still somewhere you think that everything is too good to be true. Jungkook has become so serious about you and you guys are getting married in few days, which of course you don't mind as you are happy to find a man like him who is so caring and loving. Your hands are cold. You flinch when he holds your hands in between his warm hands and rubbing them gently. My hands always remain cold. People with cold hands always have warm heart. A smile appeared on your face as he smiled and placed a kiss on your forehead. He then looked at you. Ryan, I'm serious about this marriage. Let's not waste time. You looked down and nodded. You might be thinking why I'm so desperate to marry and why I didn't ask you on anything. You raised your head as these were the exact questions you wanted him to answer since you came here. He tightly held your hands and looked at you. I don't know how and when, I just fell for you and that day itself. There's no specific reason I can tell you. You just made me feel like myself, like I found my peace. I left from there, but it was not because I thought you are like other girls whom I just used. After that I tried to find you and I would have found you even if you weren't get pregnant by me. I don't know what to say. I can't blame you either because I was at equal fault. Maybe we were meant to meet like this. Now I will never let you go away from me. You and our child is my priority now. It all felt like a dream which you never want to get in. He hugged you from side as you rested your head on his chest and watched the TV. 1 week later. You closed the door behind you and put your hands over your mouth. Your eyes were teary as you have seen something so horrible than you never imagined. Your body started to shiver as you walked towards the bed. You flinched terribly when your phone started to ring. You saw the caller ID and your tears fell down. Yeah, you seems to forgot me, huh? She got a little tense when she heard your heavy breathing. Ryan, are you okay? Is there something I should know about? Tara, take me out from here, please.